Here,
Jim,
here, here. Okay, this is a special meeting. The subject of this special meeting can only be one subject. And tonight we are.
I've used one.
All right, we're done then. The subject tonight will be to start the hunt for our new road and township supervisor. Gray put his resignation in, and his last day will be the 17th.
17th of July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a personal thing, or is it, I thought he was a happy
He's going to the county.
Yes, he got,
Oh, got a better job, okay.
yes.
And his
Step it up.
retirement, he's getting close to that age, so he wants to get his 5 or 6 years in.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it'll be good for him. And
Oh,
that's great for him. He did,
Just as long as there's no,
no, as far as I'm concerned, he left on good terms.
no, he's,
Yeah. Okay, I guess, the first thing we have to discuss is whether or not we need to replace our road supervisor with the same job description that is now. Do we need to have a person in charge of all of the roads, maintenance, repair? Does that person, would that roll into that person, the cemetery sexton position? And other duties, the park. I guess that's a big three. The park, cemetery, sexton duties, and road maintenance. Right. Do we need to do that?
maintenance and
Right, maintenance,
somebody that
repair,
has a little bit of,
all of that. Do we need that? Can, part B of that would be, can we lean on the county engineers department to give more services for road repair? I know that this year we did already have done our road, but they came in and patched it, sealed it, leveled it, and chip and sealed it for us, all in one day. Really smooth operation. It was done. I believe it cost us $24,000.
something.
Is that right?
23 something.
Okay. Is that something that we want to move toward so that a new road supervisor would not have the large responsibilities of the current and the past supervisor? Any thoughts?
I think what we would have to do, unless we get lucky, I think it depends on who we can get somebody.
Okay.
We might have to, have a lot of things done. And one of the things I talked to Jeff earlier when we got here was the digging graves.
Yes.
Now, I can run a backhoe, I could do that, but can't dig graves. And I'm thinking, okay, we talked to Bloomfield or Mecca or something, whoever does it there, if we can get an agreement, hey, for $500 a grave or whatever, $1,000 a grave, whatever it is, will you be available to dig graves for us? Because that's something, when somebody says, hey, I need a grave
Has to be done now.
Thursday,
Yes.
we have to have that ready to go, right?
Yes. There you go.
So I don't know, that's something that,
Being that we're in this predicament is maybe something we can start pushing a little on the county to start expanding their services. Because I understand why Greg would leave. Probably more money, better benefits. It's going to be hard finding somebody to step in that has the knowledge and the skill set. And realistically, the fire department, same boat. Like the county needs to step up and start expanding what they have.
yeah, I think that's what you said. We're gonna have to.
And we gotta be
That's
careful
we got lucky.
if we use another place like that, Jimmy, obviously, if we have a grave that needs dug and we better have, if you're gonna rely on another township, they already have, you know what I mean?
No, you have to
Complete coordination.
communicate.
Right.
It's gonna be difficult.
It'll be
There's gonna-
difficult, and obviously their township's gonna come first, and ours is gonna come second.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if we rely on one of them,
Well, who else are you gonna rely
No,
on?
I know, I mean, I know what you're saying.
I mean, you know, we
Private
could tell,
contractor.
well, we could, but then, okay, same thing. He's 90% of his work or 99 is working. All of a sudden tomorrow we need a grave dug and he said, hey, I'm digging a house. I'm just thinking,
Yeah,
working with the
And
townships and we're just throwing things out.
this isn't a shot at you guys at all, but this has been part of what I've been screaming for the last 10 years, more involvement with our trustees so that our hands aren't tied when this happens. Because like Mecca, Buzz does most all of the grave stuff. So they're a lot more involved, hands-on with the equipment, and they know how to use
Who's
everything.
Buzz, number one?
Jim Governor. He's
Oh.
trustee over there.
Jim Governor?
Yes.
He's about ready to hit
Yes.
the die.
Yes. He's in stage 4 right now.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm just saying, like, Buzzy's been the one that's done most of the grave digging over there. So
Is there someone in line for him? They're in the same boat we're in, man.
yeah.
So, I
They're-
mean, it sounds good. I'm not giving you a shot
No,
either. That sounds great, but.
I understand, but I mean, we ran into this last July
Right.
when, Greg was struggling with the mowing and nobody had stepped up to help him. I mean, Jim was told that he wasn't even allowed to. So
At first, then they,
Okay, Greg has done graves here for quite a while.
Yes.
20 years.
Why not pay him to do it
Well, he's been
evenings?
working for the county.
Yeah, but he's good.
Oh, no, I understand. I would love to see him say, hey, I could.
Hey, can you be here on a couple hours notice in the evening to dig a grave for tomorrow? Or dig a
I don't
grave
know
for
how
next
they-
week?
I don't know how they
I
do
don't
it.
think you can do that.
That'd be
Because whether
Yeah.
it's
I
safe.
think Greg
It
takes
is
them at like 10 o'clock and they drop them in at noon.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It's that
Oh, okay.
close, yes.
I think that's how it works, yeah.
He'd be caught in a conflict on his job.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
We,
it can't be too much of a conflict. Nikki works for the county and she's here.
only when
That's
she's
easy.
out of work.
She don't work for the county anymore.
Which one of you guys wants to?
She quit the county.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't know that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a couple weeks.
Oh,
Oh, she's no longer with them.
No. Sure.
can't say I love her.
So anyway, but
Okay,
I don't think that, I think we'll be able to work that out.
Throw
But that's one thing. Maybe we'll get somebody that knows how to
okay, all right,
discuss
so,
it.
compensation,
Well, that's good. Well,
okay. $20,
what?
oh, you figure 2,080 hours per week, or year, excuse me. I know, it's a heck of a salary. Per year, $20 per hour would be $41,000
And that's what,
plus benefits. $25 per hour would be 52, $27 an hour would be 56.
I don't think we need to go
I thought-
more than what
Okay.
Greg is already after being here 20 years.
Rex says we won't touch anyone for under $25.
Well, okay.
That's probably why he's leaving. I mean, let's be real.
That's exactly why.
I mean, come on, you
All
require
we could do
class A, you want somebody to run a backhoe, mow without knocking over headstones? I mean,
What's a truck driver on the road gonna make?
40.
40?
We're not looking for some kid that is raising a family and, wants to, I mean, I'm just talking.
Why
I
not?
would like to, huh?
Why
Well,
not?
you gonna pay him $30 an hour? Can we afford it?
Well, if they're qualified, I don't think, why would?
Well, I'm looking for a retired guy or somebody that's.
Semi-retired.
Yeah, semi-retired, somebody that's
Okay.
worked for the last 20 years on equipment or did something. I don't know. We gotta put the feelers, we gotta put it out there, we gotta advertise for somebody and see who shows
Does
up.
Rex know what we're doing? Rex can't?
I talked to him
Okay.
in school, I
Okay.
talked to him a lot on the phone over the weekend.
Jim, I mean, Greg's
Yes, no
in his early 50s and he's tired. I think looking at semi-retired is going to backfire on us. Unless you get 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could divide it up, like you said, Doug, I really never
That's
thought
true.
about that with,
Yeah.
with the cemetery sexton and the digger and the road department supervisor.
Yeah, that's the
You know,
first
that-
thing that came to my mind.
We could separate things.
The paperwork responsibilities of the job, I bet 70 to 80% of it is the cemetery part of it. with all of the data collection and everything that has to go into the computer, with all of the deeds that need to be made, with all the responsibilities that the sexton has with the client, plus the funeral homes. That's a huge part of this
Yeah, but
job.
how many burials do we have a year?
45, 50?
Do we have that
Alright.
many?
2, 3 a month?
No, I don't. I've never,
Oh, I bet you I'll come up with a number, but I bet you'd be surprised.
4 a month is 50.
Yeah,
3 months, 36.
well, Greg, find out.
Yeah.
We need to talk to him,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Has he ever listed his job duties?
Well, we have
Well, I know that,
himself,
yes, it's like, okay, I do this. I
Not
do
since
this,
I've been here.
I do this, I do
It's,
this.
no reason.
it's been done years ago, and that's what this is.
Can I suggest maybe, I've said it before and everybody balks on it, but reach out to Kyle Stern, see if we can get him back working grounds and working at the fire department,
who's that?
give him a better paycheck.
I don't know who that is.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Kyle was on the fire department and quit a few months ago.
Kyle Stern?
Mm-hmm.
Young kid, he's maybe 25.
Oh, that one, yes, okay, yes.
But I'm
know
just
who you're
saying, I
talking
mean-
about, yeah.
Years ago, that's what we had. We had volunteer firefighters that worked for the township and everything ran smooth.
Fire popped up, they turned it
Yeah,
on more often.
I know that's exactly what they did. Greg did that when he first started.
I mean, a lot of
So
these guys
Chris-
down here struggle to make a paycheck.
Well, we had to put it out, advertise for an employee, put it on, what's it called? The website,
Indeed,
Indeed.
27. I know 27 News fires that across the news sometimes. So-and-so's hiring, looking for.
There's another one, what is it, Jobs Now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
that's the
TV.
27 one. Yep, that's what
Okay.
it's called. You're right, Jobs Now.
And I suppose that this also has to be published
Yeah.
in a
Well,
newspaper.
Oh, gosh, yes, yeah.
What are they gonna do when we stop making newspaper?
Well,
Go ahead, Ken.
I was gonna ask the question, maybe follow up on something Corey said there. But maybe that's something that needs to be done though, is capture statistics as to what is being done. So maybe Nikki's got some of that, maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm just saying that,
well,
of the activities that you actually do, you've got a job description, I
Yeah.
understand that. But what does a person actually do on a job? Sometimes not quite what the job description is.
Most of the time it's that way.
Yeah,
And I'm not being critical, but that's just, the way.
yeah.
that's-
She'll have access to that because all of the deeds go through her department and it's on the computer. She just,
And fees for
Yeah.
burials and like that, so she would
Yeah.
have that information also.
Yes.
I mean, it's,
oh yeah, we've got that. That's on her desk. I know where that's at.
Did Chris ever get over her stroke?
No, she's on full disability now. Yes,
We lost a good worker there.
you aren't kidding.
I used to see her work.
You aren't kidding. Okay,
so she is on full disability,
correct.
is it?
Because she can't.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's very, very legit. Yeah.
is
Okay,
that something you could follow up on as far as an advisory, something or other, there's, okay, she's done the job for you in the past, we'll go on with what Greg will tell you to formulate what is actually being done out there. To know
Okay.
how many hours are spent cutting brush or whatever it is, mowing the side roads,
yeah.
things like that,
Yeah.
just.
Well, we've got numbers on how long it takes on 3 good days in a row to mow all the cemeteries with 2 people. We've got stuff like that,
Oh.
Yes, it's those things that pop up, brake needs replaced or, something like that. That's what slows you down. Okay, did you? Which one did you sign?
The one's that one.
Choose, okay.
I have the one that he added a couple
Jeff?
of things.
So yes, exactly. We have 13 points on our road maintenance, and Jeff suggested that we add a couple things. It's tough. Why don't we talk about that real quick? Responsible to oversee.
The ones I added were, number 4 and number 15 and 16.
Got it. Okay, so responsible for maintenance logs on all towns. Yes, absolutely. Supervise and delegate road workload to township employees, yeah. Enforce safety and maintain a healthy work environment with all personnel. There you go. That's, yeah. Do we put OSHA in there? OSHA requirements, workers' compensation requirements, something like that also? For safety rules?
You have that back on other duties. Attend training classes online.
Yes,
in-person
okay, yeah,
learning
I thought I
skills,
did. Okay.
OSHA regulations, working, yeah.
Right, there we go. And I would assume, unless we get very lucky, we're gonna have to have someone come on who doesn't have the complete knowledge of, road maintenance. There are classes that the state gives, which in the past, I guess we'd be willing to pay again to have them attend those.
You already have that.
Okay,
Nikki has signed up, so once he would come on, he
okay.
would jump on and be able to take those
Okay.
free of charge.
What about someone who doesn't have a CDL right now?
And you need to get somebody with a CDL. I think that's number one on the top of the list.
There's a
Okay.
school in PA, you
Well-
can get it done in a week if
I
necessary.
was gonna say, if, as long as we're willing to pay for it and move them up, we could do without one, because you have one with one.
Who?
Bob,
As a CDL.
I mean, he can get you through until we get another one trained.
Okay, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It's $4,000, you're done in a week.
That's class B. That's all we need, right?
No, you can get a class A out of it. I have my class A hazmat out of it.
Oh, okay.
We don't need that though, do we?
No, all we need is
No,
class
but
B.
I mean,
Right.
you're paying the same amount of money, so
So you might as well, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
you're not allowed to test out anymore. They changed the law 2 years ago.
Okay,
You have to go through some sort of schooling. Newcastle, $16,000. It's a 10-week course. The guy down North Jackson is 6,000, and he's a 6 or 8 week class.
and this one is where?
Tionesta, Pennsylvania, and there's another one. I think they popped up another one in Mercer,
You said it was $6,000?
4,000. I can send you the information.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Did that include motel?
No,
Okay, yeah, cover your motel and food.
But-
And you said it's a week?
Yep.
So 5 days.
class for 4 days, test on Friday morning.
Depending on where they live, they could drive back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's in Mercer, that's really close. I mean, if it's in Tionesta, that's,
Yeah,
you're pushing them, man.
my neighbor and I drove out and shared a hotel room and went out to dinner every night, and I don't think I had an extra $500 in the whole week.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
I'd be willing to pay for that if we get someone.
That's willing to do it, sure.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
But if they fail the test, they pay.
Yes, that's right. And if they don't, I think we're allowed to put it.
It's kind of like eating a meal, huh? If you eat the meal, you get your name on the wall. If not, you're paying for it.
That's right.
I agree.
Also, we're allowed to put into a contract that they have to work for us a specific amount of time. If they don't fulfill that,
They would have to
also
pay for it
that.
also.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think, John? Where do we go from here? How do we want to start advertising? Advertise right away?
What's your age limit? You got a lot of kids coming out of TCTC with power mechanics.
I think I'd really love to have someone with at least 3,
Some
4,
experience.
5 years of
We want
experience.
somebody who got experience.
Yeah,
Would be nice.
yeah.
And I hope we'll make it luck.
They allowed to test for drugs.
Yes.
Yeah, so we would do that before we hire anybody.
Yeah.
Do
I
that
know
now.
it's still allowed or not.
Yes.
If they pass these marijuana laws and all that garbage.
Yeah, we do that now.
Yeah, workers' comp, if there's an accident or anything, that's one of their mandates is that's the first thing that happens is a drug test.
I know, like I said, with the new marijuana laws, you're allowed to smoke marijuana, so that the test you, you're got in your system, and you get fired.
Yeah, you
Good
can
question.
because it's just like alcohol. You can be, yeah, if
On
alcohol
the job.
shows up, yeah, it's just like alcohol, it's influences your ability to do the work. Now they consider it the same.
Oh, okay.
But doesn't that stick with you for a long time? Marijuana compared to
Yeah, I
alcohol?
believe so,
36 hours.
yeah.
They have new tests out. I don't know if they're using them, but they do have new tests out that can tell them within 45 minutes of when you used
Huh.
it.
Okay,
So I don't know if they're using those yet, but they're out there.
okay,
So the first thing we need to do is get the word out. So
yes,
everybody here, anybody,
yeah, please,
and then we're gonna advertise.
right, we'll
This-
do,
You got
you
what?
wanna do just
we got a week.
websites first?
I think we gotta put it in the newspaper.
Okay.
I mean, we
That's
only
the quickest thing.
got a week and a half.
I was gonna say,
You know, I mean, we can't.
You got that Bristol Banter and your sign up
Yes,
here.
okay,
Get it right on there.
Get Nikki to get it in the Tribune.
I think we should write one right up, and it should be the same everywhere.
oh, that's a great idea, yeah.
If we're putting it in 10 different spots, let's make it
Okay,
the same.
Consistent.
So, I mean, I'll put it on the banner if you want me to, or
okay,
Alicia can put it on
Yeah.
the banner, whatever. But I mean, I think one person writes one write up, and that goes to every place that we're doing it. So it's all the same.
we can do that right now.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay, let's try and put that together right now. So, where do we start? On the web, I don't even know. I've never used Indeed, I have to admit. Do you put a whole,
You can actually
Job
put this, you
description
can
on?
put this, I think you can upload this right to Indeed if you wanted to. I've never used it either, but I believe you can do that, yes.
okay, so maybe for the newspaper, then we put in the ad. And then we go and say they can, for further information, contact us for the complete job description that I've.
Right, yeah, you can't put the
Okay.
whole thing in.
Right.
Okay,
Bristolville's looking for a road maintenance supervisor. They
okay,
don't even have to put supervisor. I don't even know that it has to, that title has to be in there, supervisor.
Yeah, maybe road
Does it?
department.
And yeah, road,
Well, I mean, if we're going after someone with 5 years' experience, we're obviously gonna have to call them a supervisor and pay them accordingly. But if we're gonna take someone a little younger and we're gonna call them an employee, pay him a little less, get him training, then we can move him up into supervisory
That's
position
fair,
in
yeah.
a year or
There
two,
you
you
go.
know what I mean? So then we can save a little bit of money that way.
yeah.
If we just wanna say, job description is township road employee,
Okay, so right now, do we make the distinction between road maintenance and cemetery sexton? Or are we still trying to roll it together?
roll it together.
I would try to roll it together
Start
first.
there?
Yeah,
Okay,
and if that don't work, then we'll have to separate them.
When Nikki first started, she was doing most of the cemetery stuff. You could talk to Nikki.
oh, I know.
She
knows
wasn't
how to-
happy.
She knows how to do
Greg
everything.
didn't, she was doing almost everything herself.
Yeah,
She got free time.
Is
Well-
she doing it now? Is she still doing all of it?
I don't know what she's doing
Well,
for sure, but I
after a
just
week
know
from now,
she was
yeah.
showing him how to do.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I'm thinking Greg
Yes.
just did the manual stuff.
that's right.
And, what's her name did cemetery stuff.
Chris.
Chris.
Oh,
Chris did it all.
So,
He never really learned the computer part of it. That was not his strong suit. Anything to do with computer was not his strong suit.
I don't blame him. Anyway, so
Can
I'm
you
just
speak up and
saying.
say that again, please?
Yeah.
all right, well, if
if Jimmy's willing to,
If Nikki is no longer employed by the county,
She's taking another
She
job.
does have another
oh,
job,
she has already
Yeah,
taken,
but she's
okay.
still here.
Right, but I didn't know if she would be able to assume part of those clerical duties and. be
obviously, we're all gonna
compens-
have to assume some
Yeah,
ability,
exactly.
for a little while.
Yeah,
But to be compensated for it,
I
not
don't-
just added on to the
that's a
load.
great question. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know. That's a great
Because there's
question.
nothing worse than having the knowledge of something and somebody just shoves it onto your
And
desk.
you don't get paid for it.
And you don't get paid for it, but you're required to do it.
Are you speaking from experience?
Example, yes, speaking from experience.
Yeah. You're not a team player. I got that a lot.
No, I was the whole team. There for a while.
When I started working, they called us a family, you know, it was a team.
Nikki would be more able to tell us, I think she could probably tell us more what Greg did than we know what Greg did, truthfully.
Okay.
At least identify the pitfalls.
Yeah.
What actually, Greg was on the lower end of that pay, what you just showed on the pay thing.
He was a heck of a bargain for this
Yeah,
township.
I know, that's what
He
I'm
was
saying.
a heck
on
of
the
a
lower-
bargain.
He was on the lower.
Very valuable to this township for decades.
Yes. And nobody realizes how valuable until they're gone.
Exactly.
Okay, so if we thought of offering him better money and keeping him?
Yeah. He wasn't,
Yes,
he
I
wasn't
have.
gonna stay.
Yeah, there's the answer. He had made his mind up and he made his mind up.
I get it.
There's a couple other things that were involved.
Oh boy, lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No. Oh,
We're gonna write
can we compensate our fiscal officer for the job of cemetery sexton? Is that
Possible.
correct?
Well, yeah, it's a question we could ask.
She's gonna be here. She might not even need to ask. You just
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, you have to ask the lawyer whether you're allowed to compensate her
You
for
gotta
that.
ask her if she'll
Yeah.
do it.
Well, that's just like us. I mean, our wages, if you want to call them wages, is by the state.
Right.
We could run the whole cemetery. Oh, speaking of the devil, she was standing there listening.
As I walked in, I heard something about compensate fiscal, and I went, oh,
You turn around.
Here, Nikki.
I just about went that way.
You may know the answer to
Do
that.
you know the answer?
What's that?
Are we allowed to compensate you for being cemetery sexton?
I do not believe so, but I do not know.
Okay.
You could just
I
do
don't.
it for free.
Or you
Yeah.
could.
Yeah. Well, I just started to say, for our, we don't
I've
get
been
any,
doing it.
we don't get, that's what I told him. I was on your side.
Could
I
you
said,
compensate me
probably.
Yeah.
for doing that job?
Yes, if we split the job,
Okay,
absolutely.
Then I'll just give her the money, she does the job.
Oh,
No,
I
you
see
can't
what you're
do
saying.
Put me on the books.
No.
Oh,
Yell at me all the time.
If I was sitting next to you, you'd get the
Lori.
elbow.
There should be an extra
Sure,
one
nephew.
down. Did I give that?
Yes.
Yes, got it.
For,
Was it your nephew? Oh. Corey, you're in trouble now.
They know where I live.
I guess so we're at the point now, we're trying to come up with how we are going to advertise on the websites and in the paper. Do we put any compensation in this at all?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, just because we don't know if we're gonna split things.
Well, you
up.
don't know what kind of experience you're gonna have. You get a guy that's 20 years old out of high school that we think is right, or you get a 40-year-old guy that has 30 years experience. You have to pay him differently, aren't you?
Yes,
I would think.
And you have to require a CDL.
yes.
What's that?
I don't think you can do this.
What's that?
You don't match the PRS.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha.
You don't match.
Okay.
It's a percentage. You can do a pickup of some of theirs, but you don't match any.
What does that mean?
I believe right now it's, we pick up 6%, I believe, of their 10% they put in. The employer puts in 14%, the employee puts in 10, and right now we pick up 6% of Greg's.
We're allowed to go to town?
We're allowed to. The only thing is what that does is, it lowers for retirement, pickup isn't necessarily a good thing if you're
Okay.
looking at your highest years you want to have your because it takes it away from the salary, because I'm giving it back to them as a fringe
Oh,
benefit. And
okay.
fringe benefit does not count towards your retirement.
So you,
So-
that,
So some people like it, the younger guys like it that are gonna work for a while, the older guys want your highest 5 years.
got it.
So that's
That
just
makes
something.
absolute sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, we give 6% now, so Greg only pays 4%.
So townships are only 10% on the employee side, but the teachers are 14.
No, we
Yeah,
are
we're
14.
we're 14 and 10, we're only 10.
Yeah, the teachers are 14.
Yeah, I believe we're only 14 and 10. Yeah, ours is 24%.
Okay. Compensation would include our regular life insurance, dental insurance, and health insurance,
And vision.
and vision.
We don't, as of right now, we don't provide health insurance, but we do pay, but we could look into that again, obviously.
Yeah, but, I like the way we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
There's no reason to change it. Are we allowed to still pay the difference between the two by using the HSA?
We pay the HSA.
Okay, so that,
We put money into a health savings account for them to pay their premiums. We do provide dental, vision, and life,
okay,
though.
okay. 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 What would you like to see in a, description to go online for Indeed, something like that? And don't-
You've done one heck of a job,
Okay, you got it, okay,
yeah. We can write that up easy.
okay.
We can write that up. There's lots out there that we can just kind of mimic. Unfortunately, there is.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go backwards just a little bit because she is here now. County help. How much do you think that this township can start to lean on the county for more help, like we did with the resurfacing for you?
I don't know.
I know your situation now.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure why this even happened. I'm a little concerned about it.
oh, yeah,
Why, if that's
Why?
where he would, why that, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Why
Yeah.
that they would hire, I just am a little bit, don't know if it was at me or not.
oh.
I left the
Okay.
county. I don't work for the county anymore.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think of that angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
does the county have any mowing responsibilities for like cemeteries, or is that all just on the township?
Township.
Yeah.
No.
All goes to the town.
You have to roadside mow twice a year, I believe, is what our ORC requirement is.
Yeah, correct.
So I know the county, you can pay into, they did buy a mower max. I know Farmington, Farmington. There's a couple townships you pay, Graceville, you pay $2,000 a year to buy in, and that's $75 an hour, and that mower max it cuts back. You won't have to mow a whole lot, it cuts good. So they do the roadside mowing, they'll do our road work. That we want to put in as long as, for the bids. This year they skin patched and they chip and sealed for us.
Right. That was a pretty good value, I thought.
Yes,
Great.
oh, very good, very
Okay.
good. But, they also have a lot of young people, so they also lost a lot of experience too.
Okay.
So culverts and stuff, I don't know how our culverts are, you'll have to ask him
Oh,
what shape
boy,
they
that's,
have.
thank goodness our culverts right now are in decent shape throughout the township. But if a basin collapses that we put in several years ago that was bricked up by Greg and Chris, that's gonna be a private contractor. Who knows? Something
Or the
like
county,
that.
you could probably,
The county
I'm
do
sure.
something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
we know we know somebody that still works there.
Okay.
for now.
Yeah.
Somebody's son.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and your neighboring townships, they might be able to, we might have to start leaning a little bit on them, a little more.
Create, yeah,
Create some more,
coordinate,
because
yes.
I think we're all in the same boat.
Oh, yeah.
We just
Sure.
gotta keep relationships good.
Yes.
But that goes both ways too. Yeah,
Now, is the county still doing culvert in ditches and stuff?
No,
Because when I called to put one in, they told me that I'm responsible to do it myself. They just came out and looked at it and said, okay, go ahead.
yeah, they'll ditch it, but they won't install anymore. Don't have the manpower, you don't have but they will come out, they'll tell you what size pipe you need, and they'll go over it all with you. Even they don't put it anymore.
Yeah.
But this year, I know they're doing a lot of ditching and brush cutting. That's what they have money for.
Oh,
Yes.
just to change the subject real quick, because we just got a text about the grant.
Yeah, I texted you, yeah, we gotta,
That I wanted to ask, is that something we have to do?
can't
or-
really talk about that during this meeting because
Alright,
it's a special
one
meeting, so we're
subject.
Right, it's one
specific
subject.
to, yes, we're specific to the road department,
Right.
so you have to be very
I
careful on
got
a
you.
special meeting.
I'll talk to you after the meeting.
Yes. But.
All right. Chip, is it okay if Nikki and I put together the job description? Of course, we'll send you a draft ahead of time.
You mean the
To go into
advertisement?
the advertisement? Is that okay?
Yeah, no, good.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that shouldn't be too
No,
No,
much.
we should
You're not gonna
put
put
that
all
together.
this in the advertising for the
Well,
job.
maybe online we will.
and I know right now we pay, it's salary, Greg's salary, so
Correct.
you'd have to discuss that too about the overtime and stuff. Or
Well,
weekend work, or like if they come out for a funeral on the Saturday, I
Right,
know we charge
yes.
more, but just keep that in mind too.
yeah.
But when you're talking to somebody,
Once we get some applicants.
yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be part of the job interview process. Oh, of course, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I can't think of anything else, no. I mean,
Nothing?
We gotta get some names.
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on, Corey, you know a lot of people.
Not for that price.
Thank you for your comments, everyone. Helpful, thank you.
You might consider extra compensation for opening and closing graves. For whoever gets the job. Town, you collect $400 or $500 for opening and closing,
Correct.
okay. Give an extra $50 for everyone you opens and closes.
But there's,
It's
it's
just
not
extra
that easy.
compensation. What was it, three times a month? $150?
Yeah, how many burials have
You know,
done?
it has not been as much.
There's
This,
no way.
this year has been less than,
Since I've
last year I had a
since I've
ton.
been-
I've been not seen. I can show you last
Did we do
year's.
over 100 last year?
Yeah,
So
I can
far.
show, I have them all in folders.
Yeah.
I have
That's
everything.
what I think.
This
But it
year
has-
hasn't been nearly as much. No, it's slowed way down. Unless I'm not getting paperwork, but I should be. I'm sure I am.
Right, sure.
That was the COVID year. when
That was the last of the
You know,
code?
even last year, because I wasn't here during COVID.
You got busy.
Well,
We have a folder that I keep all of
Okay.
everything in.
what do you think about, I said maybe we would talk to Mecca, Bloomfield, whoever does it there, if they would, whatever the fee would be, would they be able to do it? If, we might get somebody that can do it, we don't know, we're talking about too many variables.
I
Right
know.
before I
Till we
left, we
know.
talked about coordinating a cemetery sexton for Farmington, Bristol, Mecca, Bloomfield. And paying them just as but they had to take care of all 4 townships. And then I left and I never went.
Well, what about coordinating the other townships to mow grass and take care of the roads? I
Yeah.
mean, you're gonna get a better team aspect than just relying on one guy to do everything.
Yeah.
I know
That's-
somebody
that's-
that would help, if got it fresh, I know somebody that has said that anyway, he can help let him know. My brother-in-law, who's at Champion, just said he does their cemetery there.
Okay,
If needed some guidance and stuff, he
Yeah.
said, just let him know, I'm not,
okay,
he's pretty good with that kind of thing.
okay, all right.
He's a team player, so he said, they can always call him. He's actually the one who sent me that text right away, I'd already saw it, but he
Okay.
usually lets me know when he sees something out there.
Oh, excellent, okay. All right.
And I think Greg walked into it slowly, step by step, year by year, did more and more and more.
He
and more and
did.
more. Didn't notice because he just got used to doing this and used to doing
Yeah.
that. On going.
Yeah.
And build it from there, so to hire somebody right off to get the,
I wonder if Chris could come.
Well, that's, we talked about that for a minute.
Well, the last time I saw her, she could barely walk.
I saw that too.
Yeah, she's not very well.
But I mean, like, yeah. We can look into that. We can ask Jason that question about the
Okay.
cemetery. The cemetery
Yeah.
is really hot, besides the homeless and stuff. And these kids must be doing a great job because, oh, it looks great. I'm like, I'm looking around going, this place is looking good.
I did the other day.
Good job.
Yeah.
We saw Chris at Bernard, I want to say last year.
Yeah.
And she was decent, and she said she was looking to go back to work, or go to work someplace else, a year ago.
Oh, okay. I saw her at the racetrack and she could be.
Well, we saw her recently. Oh. Yeah.
Speech was even bad, but can always ask.
Sometimes that's good.
Yeah, can always. Whoa, that was on tape too.
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything. Didn't hear anything. Did he turn his keys in? Wait, did he turn his keys in?
Would she
No, not
be,
till 17.
I thought I saw those keys.
Oh, those are good.
would she be able to do anything in an advisory
Well,
position?
yeah, we will absolutely ask. She
Or-
loved the history of cemeteries.
Right,
I
even if
know.
it were the desk type job, she
Yeah.
doesn't have to go out and mow and
And she could do
dig
that
and
from home,
whatever.
correct?
Yeah.
Oh, she could do that from home?
If she's on permanent disability,
Yes,
Yeah.
Will that affect that?
maybe, but I don't know.
Well, that would be some question that you could ask.
Mm-hmm.
She could volunteer.
She sure could.
There you go.
Okay. Um,
there's always a way.
oh, we gotta get through this. We
Yeah.
don't have a
We're good,
choice.
it'll happen.
We don't have a choice.
Well, I have my CDL. I could take out a lot of mailboxes.
You have your
I
CDL?
have my CDL. I've driven a dump truck.
We don't need anybody. What are we hiring someone for? We already got someone.
No, I'm not doing it. Imagine how many mail I've paved. I haven't. I've never plowed snow, but I have paved. And I got it through school bus.
Oh,
And then last
okay.
year they were in desperate need of people, so I went out and
You
chipped and
went out
sealed,
with
and
a dump truck.
I drove the dump truck all day. It's actually pretty fun.
There you go.
It was. But yes, I have my CDL.
So,
And you know what? In an emergency, I believe the trustees are also allowed to
we are.
plow, so we'll be
Yes.
fine.
Just not with the big truck.
I believe you are.
I believe we are.
Without a
I believe you are.
CDL?
Yes.
Yeah.
In a case of emergency, as a trustee, you are allowed.
That would be scary. I've done it on the one time.
New
One
mailboxes for everyone.
One lane road, right down the middle.
Yeah.
That's all
You
you
can
need.
always tell a new plow driver,
Yeah.
right down the middle. Yep, you always know.
Yeah.
And it's actually not.
Or in the
it's
ditch.
Yeah, it's not the plow.
We
that
plowed
takes the
one time
mailbox,
last
it's the
year.
Snow.
One time.
Wow.
Year before last, it might have been twice.
Yeah.
The last
2
couple
years ago,
it-
2 years ago, we had 36 inches in one day though.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
know. Yeah, I know.
Last time you put a plow on.
I'll scrape the 2 inches.
Okay. All right. Comments, suggestions?
Salt's ordered, so we're good for that for this
Okay.
winter. We did that.
Okay.
So and all of our
Okay.
materials are ordered for our roads, so we're good with that.
Okay.
So,
Now we have to figure out how to get it on roads.
no, the county's doing all of our
Oh, the-
skin, remember, we went
Oh,
ahead.
that's right.
The county's doing all of our skin patching this year and all of our chip and seal. So Greg wasn't doing that because we knew we were already down, so
Okay.
we do already have our roads besides,
For the season, we're good shape. Okay.
yeah, besides any, if we have pockets.
Well, then
ready
what
for-
is the right priority then, I guess, is for the burials.
For
in
the cemetery section is what we need
cemetery
this
section.
year.
Yes.
And then he can be brought up, or he or she can be brought up
Yes.
to speed on dump truck driving and snow plowing.
Okay.
Are they done chipping sealing the roads?
Now, they've got one more.
I don't, have they
Were they
started?
doing
They
the
were
photo
skin
gravel
patching.
over it?
They skimmed.
They just patched here.
Yeah,
and there
that's
on my
all.
road.
Yeah, they've got.
And they're gonna come back and do the whole
Top
thing.
over,
They
yes.
Oh,
they were
okay,
doing
yeah.
the patching first.
I wondered because
Yeah,
Where do you live?
my hand down.
yeah, they're just patching first.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't want to tear it up when I come home my rig.
Oh.
You know, when I get a turning driveway.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
Looks like they did, is it Hyde Schaefer? Off of 45.
It's a county road. They patched it.
Well, I mean, it looks like they patched and put slack or gravel on it, a few spots, but that's all that's
That's
there.
just skin patching.
Then they would go over it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
We'll put it together.
motion to adjourn.
Second.